Okay.
So, Dad, we're here in February 2012, just doing a little mop-up work here. Are you after another successful season? What was growing down here?
That's where all the beans were, butter beans. But when they're finished, and now it's we're late February, I don't put anything else back in now, so I just put some mulch down, some pea straw, and throw the seaweed on. Cover it with bird netting, or they'll just dig it up and throw it everywhere, and let the worms develop under that mulch.
Okay.
Because they're good for the soil.
Looks like a very good sweet corn crop.
I always have good sweet corn.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I can eat, I eat. What I can't, I'll give away to my friends and neighbours, and the rest I'll just chop off and put in canisters and put them in the freezer.
Okay.
You can use them through the winter.
And apricots, let's walk over, and there was a bit of a casualty this year.
Yeah, terrific. 2 trees though. I reckon I must have got 500 or 600 apricots. One of the old boughs collapsed, but he was still attached to the tree, so the apricots still grew. You can see where the leaves are still alive, even though the tree's almost off, the branch is off. So once again I gave away heaps and stewed a few.
Yep.
The plums are still going.
Yep.
Probably see them over there. I've given a lot of those away.
What's this here?
And this is a peach tree which every year the grubs get into, but there's no sign of them this year. If I get the grubs again, I'm going to chop it down.
Okay. And we'll just finally go over to the raspberries. I know they're long gone, but they're pretty reliable, aren't they? Good crop this year?
They're one of the highlights of the garden, the raspberries. That was always Beverly's patch, but of course I look after it. They're finished for the year, but once again gave heaps of those away.
How did the strawberries perform?
Tomatoes have been good.
Yep. How did the strawberries perform this year?
Well, I had all my strawberries here for the 3rd year, and it was an average year. 3rd year is not the greatest year. They usually give you 3 years. So next year I'm going to have to put in all new plants. That'll cost me a fair bit at $3.50 a plant.
Yep. And let's have a
And
look
they go for 3 years.
Let's have a quick look at the tomatoes.
Oh yes, they're on the way out. I usually put in the early ones, or most people put in the later ones, and everyone's saying, gosh, you've got tomatoes already. But of course mine finish up around about March, and the other people's are just starting to come. Good.
Okay.
Well, I find the weather just starts to get a little bit cooler then, and they slow down, so I'd sooner get them while I can.
And as I pan round here, we've dedicated a fair proportion of the backyard to garden. Is it possible to get any more
No way.
land under cultivation?
Oh, and you've got your zucchinis down there. Of course, a few things got away from me when I went to Melbourne because of the Australian Open. So obviously that zucchini down there, a bit too big. Maybe I can use him for soup.
There he goes.
But once they get too big, they're no good for general use.
And did you have the pleasure of picking an apricot from the balcony?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah, here we go. Thank you very much.
Action replay.
Yeah, a couple of things I have here. You get the bounce of the heat off the wall, so that's very good, but they're nearly finished now. But you get capsicum. I'll get a few capsicum there.
Yep. And all with a very pleasant vista out to
Yes.
mountains.
Yes, it's a good therapy for me.